The robotics team are heading to Los Angeles, California to compete at the National First Robotics Competition from March 10th through 12th. Due to COVID, only the seniors could go on the trip in 2022, so none of the team members have any experience with the high school competitions.
We also don't know much about this regional because we've never been to Orange County before. There are some good teams there that have been solid in the past, but it's really hard to know what we're up against. You have teams of really smart high school kids on every team trying to make the best robot they can, and so it's always hard. And we are very hopeful we'll make it into the elimination rounds and maybe win something.
So our build season starts January 7th. We have what we call our kickoff, where we all come to school, usually the day before break ends, and we watch the live stream of the event, which is held in the US. So after the game is released, we all look at the manual and we start to evaluate, see the rules, see the constraints that we'll have to take into account when we design our robot, and we also start to come up with some preliminary strategies, because the strategies that we decide to use will inform how we design the different parts of the robot. And so the actual designing process for the first prototypes, we usually like to get that done in the first week or so, and then we start to finalize them more and do more iterations, and that happens throughout the build season.
The robotics team is split into 4 different focuses. There's outreach, business, mechanical, and programming.
I think probably we've had one of the best years for the programming team also. So we have a really good autonomous program. So the beginning of the match is just the robot doing its own thing. And this year I think we have a pretty good couple sets of programs that we can run. So I think, I don't know, I'm really hopeful.
So we're all a team, so we work together. So even though I'm in intake, I work with the arm group, I work with the drive base, and we all just work together to create a fully functioning robot. We have pretty much a very open canvas for what we're allowed to use. So we use a lot of metal, we use a lot of extrusions, there's like metal bars, 2x1s, 1x1s. We also use wood for some things, and one of my favorite parts is 3D printing. So we can 3D print specific parts we need. We can also laser cut. So we've laser cut new brackets, new bearings, and also we like using the laser cut machine in the mill. It's always really fun.
The biggest material that we use is aluminum. We use it for the extrusions, which are the main metal building blocks, sort of like Legos, that we cut and we put together with brackets, and that makes up the main structure of our robot. We also use laser cut aluminum, so just like flat sheets that we cut to different bracket sizes depending on what we need it for. And then we also use things like springs, we also use pulleys and chain to assist with movement.
We have really short build seasons. Our build season is only 6 weeks long, so it's really intensive. We go for long hours, but it's always worth it in the end. We try something, see if it works. If it doesn't, we go back, we reiterate, we try again. It's really a lot of back and forth, kind of a circle.
So we settled on on our main designs a couple weeks ago, and we have run into a couple snags since then, but it's mostly been minor changes. But usually we're able to problem solve and get through it without having to completely change our design, because we actually usually come up with a couple different designs so that if one isn't working well, we can switch to another one.
So we had really good leadership this year, and we made decisions collectively.
We've put in a lot of hard work, the younger students, the veteran members.
I mean, of course we all like to win, but maybe it's a little cheesy to say it. I think the process of making the robot was the most important part.
We all collaborate together, which makes it really exciting.
And the result is a mean fighting machine, I think.